How about we slow it down a little bit and do a little bit of Amazing Grace. This is a song that most people are familiar with, but whether you are or not, I always encourage you to give it a listen. This might be a different way that we're going to learn it in a different key or something than maybe you've heard it before. So give it a listen, come on back, and we'll dive into Amazing Grace.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace hath brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
All right, so hopefully you got to listen to Amazing Grace, got the tune in your head. Now, I want to point out before we start here, Amazing Grace is in a different time signature. It's called 3/4 time signature. Some people call it waltz time or 3/4 time. So you'll hear 3/4, you'll hear 3/4, you'll hear waltz time. Regardless, the strum that we're going to do, I'm just going to play a D chord here. You may already know this, so if you do, you can skip past it. But just to let you know, the strum pattern on this song, 3/4 time signature, will be top, down, down, top, down, down. When I say top, I mean the top of the chord. So if I'm playing a D chord, the top of a D chord is actually a D string. That's the root note, not literally the top string, because then it would sound like this. which is terrible. So that top E string is not the top of the chord. The top of a D chord is a D string. So it's D, down, 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 D, down, down, D, down, down. So hopefully you'll want to just get that, if you're not familiar with it, you'll want to get the time signature down by itself before you even start on this song. And a good way to do that, regardless of what chord you're doing, you might even want to switch chords. So maybe do the D for a few times, you know, where you're sitting there going 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can do that for a few minutes. Maybe go to your G chord and do that for a few minutes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You notice on the G chord, it is literally the top string, because this is a G note, so it's actually the root note of a G chord. So when I go top, down, down, you can see that it actually is the top string. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Practice that for a while, then go to your A chord, do the same thing. So I'm going A string down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You get the idea. So just in case this is your first song where you're doing that time signature, you'll probably just want to practice that strum alone, regardless of what chord you're playing, just to get that in your head. Then whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and dive in. Just like all these videos, you know, you can always slow them down. If you go to settings and speed, you can slow it down, speed it up. You can also, these are all marked as chapters, and what that means is basically whatever part we're working on, it will be identified in the description. You can actually click on that and just rewind it and keep practicing any certain part that you want to along the way. And yeah, so you can always rewind those chapters. So let's jump into Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace, the chords are the same for every verse. The melody is the same. So actually the only thing that changes from verse to verse is actually the words or the lyrics. That's all that changes. So we'll just take verse 1 and we'll just kind of go through it a few times. Let's start, as you can see over top of the word amazing, we have a D for 6 beats. So let's start right there. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Didn't take long, did it? Amazing Grace, how sweet. Over the top of the word sweet, we have a G for 3 beats. That's top, down, down, and that's it. It's a short one. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3. Sweet the sound. Going back to that D for 9 beats. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Saved a wretch like me. Now I'm going to an A, and this A is 6 beats. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I once is a D for 6 beats. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But now, go to that G for 3 beats. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm found. That goes back to the D for 6 beats. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's blind, but now that's an A chord, only 3 beats. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3. And the last chord over top of the word C is a D for 6 beats. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so you can continue to rewind that chapter alone and just simply go through those chords just like we did as many times as you need to. Now, once you get that down, we'll move to our next step, is going to be actually putting these chords together without me stopping between them. All right? So I might do that verse 1 2 times so that we can put them together, okay? So let's do that verse 1 2 times. So let's start on our D chord. Ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to G, 2, 3, and D. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to A. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to D. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to G. 2, D. We'll do that again, so stay on your D chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G, 2, 3, D, 4, 5, 6, 8, 2, 3, D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we want to make sure we get that part down where we're playing the chords and able to switch between chords without stopping. Now we're ready for the next part, and that's going to be doing the chords with the melody. So I'll just sing all three of those verses there, verse 1, verse 2, and verse 3. All right, so get on that D chord. Ready, play. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Verse 3. Through many dangers, toil, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace has brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. All right, so obviously you can go back and replay that just playing with a guitar and a vocal singing the melody as many times as you need to. And when you get that down, you feel pretty safe with that. Go back to the beginning of this video, back where we played the song for you, and it's really, really good for you to play along with that recording because you're going to hear other instruments playing along. You're going to hear people singing and different things like that. So it's always good to get used to playing with other instruments. Great song. Make sure that you go out and share it with somebody, whether that's a nursing home, maybe that's a friend in the hospital, or maybe that's an elderly person that's shut in and can't get out. Maybe that's your church, or maybe that's just sitting at home for your family and your friends. Regardless, if you're having fun playing this instrument, get out and share it with others. Thanks for watching.